Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, traders. This is your weekly recap. We're going to have a look at what happened on the market last week, and that's the week ending on Friday, the 19th of September. Because there's been a lot of volatility in the market, as you know, if you've been trading the market, it's been a huge volatility. And really, what does that volatility mean to the market? And where is the market likely to go looking at the analysis right now? And where can we see this market start to head towards based on what we can see on the charts right now? So we're going to look at the Australian market, which is the XAO, the All Ordinaries, and we're also going to look at the Dow Jones on this video and get a good view of where the US market is and also where the Australian market is, and get a good gauge where everything is likely to go from there. Right now we're looking at a weekly All Ordinaries Australian stock market chart. Okay, this is the All Order. And it's a weekly chart, and as you can see, this is what happened last week. You can see that we really had a lot of sideways action between here and also here as well. So basically between there and there, really sideways, and then it decided to have a bit of a breakdown. Now the market broke down. Sellers took a big dive, but as you can see, the market actually closed up here. So it opened here, ran down, came back up and closed here. That is showing a lot of significant buying in the market as we speak. Now, when we're looking at that, we say, okay, what does that mean to the market? Well, right now, that's showing that there's a lot of buys coming in late into late of the week. Now, that's a good thing, because if we go look at our daily chart, this is our daily chart. And let me just delete these lines here for a minute, and I'll show you what I mean. The good thing is, because we had a lot of selling activity, okay? Selling, and a big sell down through here, okay? Big sell down. And then we can see this big update through here. Now I'm going to bring up a candlestick chart so we can really get a good view of what the stocks, what these indexes have done. Okay, this is like what we call a candlestick chart. Basically, it's red means it went down for that particular day or that particular week. Depends on what chart you're looking at. This is a daily chart, so it means green means it went up for the day, red means it went down for the day. So you can see once, twice, 3, and 4 times during the week we just got slammed to the downside. But Friday the 19th, we can see the buyers really came in hard and brought it up to a significant support line. Now if we have a look at that support line, we can really see that we did have a bit of a dip down through here, and this is our low through here, okay? This is, now it's made a low down the bottom here. Now, but if we have a look through all through here, if we just draw a support and resistance line through there, we can see that's where our support and resistance line is right now. Okay, probably right through there. As we can see, we had a bounce once, twice, and now we had a nice bounce here, but a breakthrough. Now this is likely to become resistance now on the All Ordinaries. If it does end up breaking through because we're getting a lot of buying activity, and what happened on the US market, we're up 368 points plus on the Dow Jones, then we might be able to get enough buying activity to push through that resistance. But technically speaking, we have a bit of resistance to break through there. If it does break through, then it does look like it's going to try and run back up to our next resistance level, and we can see that this is where the market reversed. The market came up, reversed here, the market pushed back down. Market started to step back up. It could not break that last resistance, force resistance here again, and then break down through there. So there's a lot of support and resistance around where it is right now, but if it does end up breaking through here, then I do say that we probably will have a nice run to the upside, breaking through this resistance level here. So that's on the Australian market. Let's go have a look at the Dow Jones. The Dow Jones is basically the top 30 stocks in the US. It's the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Now, what we're looking at right now, we're looking at a daily chart, and we can see the daily chart, it had a lot more volatility than the Australian market. Let me bring up a weekly chart here and show you. Okay, this is a weekly chart, and as you can see, this is what happened last week. You see from this market here compared to the Australian market didn't have much of a dip down. Look at it here. This is the Australian market. The market ran down a little bit and came back up and closed lower. Okay, because it's red. We have a look at the Dow Jones. This is the Dow Jones weekly chart. We can see that it opened, it had a nice run down, and it came back up, and then it just closed lower. That is showing a significant amount of buyers in there, and for 2 days straight we had a 400-point update and also a 368-point update closing on Friday the 19th of September. Now what does that mean? That means that around these significant levels we're at the moment, it's showing there's a lot of buyers want to push this market up. Now, looking at the weekly chart, you can see there's a lot of buying activity. You see that what this candlestick means is that there is a lot more buyers interested in the market now than there was so many weeks ago. This is a weekly candlestick. Market brought it down, and the buyers brought it straight back up. Now, funny enough, this is what happened for 3/4 of the week. Thursday did this, closed here, and Friday did this and came up and closed here. We'll go look at a daily chart now and show you what I mean through there. As you can see, this is what happened. All week we had a bit of a down week, okay? Down week, and it made this low down the bottom here, around the 10,500 mark. Then we had a bit of a push up. So this is the daily chart, remember? So this is one candle made it to the upside, another candle made it to the upside. That was almost basically 400 point a days. This day here was just a bit less. It was 368 points to the upside. So what does this all mean to the market? Well, what it means is that it's showing me that it's trying to. I believe that right now we're trying to put in a bit of a double. I'll put in a bit of a bottom here. A bottom mean that once we get all this volatility up and down, up and down. Look, you can see this day here. We had a big down day and then a big up day. That was a 400 point down, 400 point up the next day. When you start to get volatility like that and big down moves, and we have been in a nice bear market for quite some time if you've been following my weekly videos, this is showing me right now that we're trying to put in a bit of a bottom. Now, do I believe it's going to run into a bullish market tomorrow? I don't believe so. I believe over the next couple of months it's going to start forming a bit of a bottom. Bit of a formation on the bottom, and then probably start heading into a bull market. So that's what I believe, and I believe this is the first sign of it. I don't believe it's going to continue straight up right now and straight into a bull market. It could, but I don't believe that. I think this is the start of putting in a bit of a bottom, and then we're going to start eventuate probably start of next year or late this year. Probably start our bull run from there. Now, one thing we can see on the Dow Jones chart is this. We had, looking at the market now, if I just do a support and resistance line, we can see that there's a huge support and resistance around here. Okay, probably something down there as well. So if I just delete this top line through here, we can see that we had a nice support through here where the market ran down, found a support, okay, floor support, and then bounced up. Significant support. Market came down through here and had a nice bounce up, but eventually broke through. Now, when it broke through, you can see the buyers brought it straight back up and hammered it to the upside again. Now, if we look at this, we can see up the top here, around the 11,700 mark, we have a nice significant resistance. Nice significant resistance. We can see that resistance 1 came down, came back up, and could not break that resistance again. Now, I personally believe that if we can start breaking this resistance level, on the Dow Jones, this resistance around the 11,788, around the 11,800 mark, if we can start breaking past that level and start breaking up, and we look at the Australian market, this is the Australian market, if we can do that, and the Australian market starts breaking past here, then I do personally believe we're going to have a nice run, probably a nice pop to the upside around the 5,500 mark. Maybe a bit lower than that to be exact levels, but that to find the exact levels, come into the trading room and I'll show you the exact levels where we're looking at. But right now, just a rough mark, I believe we can do that. But remember, the first thing we need is we need the Australian market to break above this 5,200 mark, and if that happens, and at the same time we get the Dow Jones starts breaking past its resistance level through here, then we have a nice force, a nice push to the upside from there. So to me, this is showing showing that it wants to start forming a bottom here, and then we'll see what happens this week, but it is still around a lot of support and resistance. So be very careful, a lot of volatility out there, but please check us out in the trading room, you will not regret it. Please enjoy your rest of your week, and do take care. Trade in the stock market is risky and can cause substantial financial loss. We do not claim or guarantee your profit from the information provided. The information in these videos is meant for educational purposes only. That being said, I've been trading the market profitably for many, many years. So please, do your own homework and make sure you look after your current financial situation.